4:51 p.m., just southwest of the small town of Chickasha, a tornado touched down. At first it was narrow, a rope of rotating wind snaking from the clouds. But as it moved northeast, it grew, and it grew, and it grew. This tornado would become one of the most destructive storms ever recorded. By the time it sets its sights on Moore, the tornado was over a mile wide, with a visible vortex that looked more like a churning wall of blackened steel than a wind funnel. And the winds inside it, they weren't just fast, they were record-breaking. It's 6:23 p.m. The tornado enters the outskirts of Moore. Its path directly through the heart of residential neighborhoods. Local television stations were broadcasting live radar warning residents in stark terms. This is not a drill. Get to shelter immediately. If you are not underground, you may not survive. The tornado was upgraded to F5 on the Fujita scale, the highest possible rating, signifying catastrophic damage. Doppler radar would later estimate winds reaching 301 miles per hour, the fastest wind speeds ever recorded on Earth. In Moore, panic met preparation. Families raced to underground shelters. Some crawled into bathtubs, covered their children with mattresses. Others had nowhere to go. Then the storm hit. Witnesses described it as hell on earth. The roar was deafening, not like a train, but like 10 trains. The sky turned black. Debris rained down like shrapnel. Homes were lifted off of their foundations and shredded mid-air. Steel-framed buildings crumpled like paper. A 36-ton freight car was hurled the length of a football field. Even asphalt was stripped from the roads, something that almost never happens. The destruction wasn't selective. It was total. Entire subdivisions gone. The tornado stayed on the ground for 38 minutes. It cut a path over 38 miles, reaching widths of nearly a mile. By the time it lifted near Del City, the landscape it left behind was unrecognizable. More than 8,000 homes were damaged or destroyed. Roughly 1,000 people were injured, and 36 lives were lost, including children, elderly residents, and even a few who had taken shelter but were overwhelmed by the sheer force of the storm.